Speaking on equality, this popped up, and I didn't read into it. I just saw the headline and screenshotted it. I just wanted to think what you guys thought. You guys like Amy Schumer?
I don't really pay attention to her. It's not really something that
I'm not a fan.
Why? She's not funny.
She just relies on being really, like...
She relies on not being, like...
She talks about her stinking vagina.
Yeah,
like,
she relies on not being just some regular woman. But amps up the I am the most regular woman.
Yeah.
And everyone is like me.
She looks like Miss Piggy on the Muppets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Like, dead set.
She just plays that card where I'm not just every woman, I'm every woman. Everyone can relate to me.
No, she's not.
Dude, this popped up and I thought it was interesting.
Nothing intelligent about what she
Amy Schumer wants a raise on her $11 million Netflix special. Right? She did a comedy special on Netflix.
I watched it.
She wants a raise. Oh, any good?
No.
Why? It's not funny.
Like what I said, it's all just crash, like... Yeah, dead ringer.
Dude, dead ringer, man.
It's just crap, right?
Like, I feel like...
Just like
it's so alike.
Dude.
I feel like I like a lot of comedians because they're really intelligent and they talk about really important things mixed with humour.
Yeah.
Whereas her whole thing is just like, oh my god, I didn't wash my vagina, now it stinks, and I'm going to root some guy, and oh my god, and that's like her whole act is like that.
That's horrific.
Yeah.
Dude, she wants a raise. Hey.
You got my last one.
She does look like
Lasting relationships, Goldie Hawn and fucking...
You're fucked.
Yeah, I don't like it, man.
Dude, she wants a raise on her $11 million Netflix special because Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle were paid more.
That
those boys put in a fucking shitload of fucking
Are you going to compare...
That basically says it all, dude. That says it all.
Equality.
Dude, Dave Chappelle
You're not smart. You're
and
not
Chris Rock.
You're not in the same realm as these guys.
No,
These guys are like the untouchables of fucking comedy.
It's like me, you, and Johnny going into a movie and it's like, I want to get paid as much as Clooney.
Yeah.
I'm just as good looking.
Yeah, I'm equally as impressive.
Five.
Yeah. It's just because they were paid more.
You watch like a Chris Rock special and her special back to back.
You watch a Chris Rock special from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Watch a Chris Rock special from 20 years ago. And know how long he's been hustling and how long he's been fucking funny. Funny! And then Schumer comes out and does some movie where she plays like another woman who's like, you know, has a shit dating life and is some exec, has money but can't save money. And somehow, like, this romantic comedy pops up.
Banging all these guys.
Yeah. It's always the same fucking shtick every fucking time.
Legitimately, her whole act is just about rooting guys and being a filthy bitch. Like, that's their whole thing.
But you know what? But her jokes are grotesque. It's not even funny. Like, you know, you can do it in
it's too far. Like, specifically in my mind, it's burnt in there when she kept talking about her vagina and it wasn't up to scratch. Like, she hadn't maintained it properly.
Yeah.
And it stinks. Like, and she kept going on about it. And I'm like, this isn't funny. This is just you being gross. Like,
but you know what's funny? Tracy Morgan came to town and did the same exact act, but as a man, and they fucking canned him.
Yeah.
And sent him back on his way.
There you go.
Yep.
I'm not even joking.
No,
Look up Tracy Morgan last year. Have the reviews.
That's what happened to him, yeah.
And I remember comedians actually came out and said, look, as far as it goes, it was outrageously offensive and provocative, like his set, but not because he was saying anything that bad, but just because it was more like a lazy set. Like if he hadn't prepared anything, he's like, I'll just wing it, you know, wing a 2-hour special. Just had no material. And just came up with some stupid shit to just, you know, shock a few people.
And that's exactly what she does.
Yeah, but she does it, and now she's demanding more money because Chappelle gets paid more than she does. Dude, Dave Chappelle is a fucking god when it comes to comedy.
Dude.
How angry...
She's not that good.
No. Dude,
she's not even worth $11 million, dude. Like,
I don't find it funny. Dude, I appreciate, like, female comedians. Full circle, Susie Youssef, man. You know what I mean? So I make a wog joke and the fight gets canned.
Dude, it's nothing about being female. I love some female comedians. They're great.
But do you know what's...
She isn't.
She's just not funny.
She relies on being dirty and it's not even funny. It's not even well done.
Do you remember Ellen DeGeneres when she was a stand-up comedian? Before she became, like, Ellen? She was funny. Yeah. She was legitimately funny.
She had some cool jokes,
She's
man.
witty and smart.
Yeah.
And
when you see her, like, hosting, like, the Emmys and shit, you know, she does a good job.
You know what? She's one person I could watch on TV.
Yeah.
She's actually pretty cool. She's alright.
Yeah. But like her show is garbage because it just caters to like that 1% of fucking
of a housewife in America.
Yeah, just stupid. Like it's that plays to the demographic and she does it well. But
she makes money. And she makes money.
She makes money, right? But as a comedian, she was fucking funny. She was legitimately funny. Like, she has good delivery, blah, blah, blah. Janine Garofalo, man. She was one of the first feminist comedians. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Genius. Fucking genius. She's fucking funny. But, like...
There's nothing smart about what Amy Schumer says.
Exactly.
Nothing.
But she's trying to put herself in this realm of, like, well, if you don't support me, it's clearly because of how I look and because I'm a woman.
Because I'm a woman. That's what it is.
Like, get fucked, man.
It's got nothing to do with that.
It's done.
Yeah.
Dude, she talks about nothing of importance or nothing... It's all
It's done. That thing's done.
Dude, even if a male comedian came out and started saying, like, just stupid shit, I'd be like, well, he's a shit cunt.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with gender.
No.
This has got to do with you being a shit cunt.
And then demanding more than 11 million, you're not worth that much.
More than
That's fuck
Chappelle and
off.
Rock? Are you joking? What, are you nuts?
Seriously, man.
Yeah, no.
I saw it and I was just like, you're fucked. Like, you're actually fucked. Actually, speaking, you know what?
That's annoying.
Talking about gender traits, yeah? Tell me if you think this is a thing that a guy would do, or maybe it's just me, because I did
Maybe
it.
you're talking to the wrong person.
No, I'm being serious. Like, okay, think about this situation, yeah? A couple months ago, my godsister was down from Sydney, and I went out for a drink or whatever. Went past the hotel first, and she said, oh, the fucking heating in here is set to like 18 degrees. You can't get it down any lower than 18. I'm like, all right, so just reset the contraption. She goes, what do you mean? I go, well, the hotels, they usually fuck with the programming in TVs, so you're forced to watch like Foxtel, so you can't actually access USBs or HDMIs, so you're forced to watch their pay-per-view shit. And they preset their thermostats, so you don't drop it any lower than it is, so it doesn't suck any more power.
Yeah.
And yeah, like they basically leave you to acclimatise it to a certain degree, right? So reset the clock. She goes, what do you mean? So I Googled the manufacturer of the thermostat, got the model up, and just looked for the hard reset, and it's like, hold this button, hold that button, hit this twice, bang. And I did. Reset the thermostat, put it down to whatever it was. Go, there you go, done. She fucking MacGyvered it. I'm like, yeah. And I thought about it because I did it the other day. My surround, I don't know. I mean, you've played FIFA in my joint recently. I've got the surround right in my living room with the two.
Fuck off, Nick.
The two rear speakers behind the couch. And when we first set it up, I had it working, but for some reason it hasn't worked for years, like ages. And I was just cleaning my apartment. And I saw the box and it had like red standby light, but it wasn't linking up. I'm like, what the fuck? So I tried to link it up. Wouldn't work. So I jumped online looking for the manual and I found like a hard reset button. So you basically, you turn the unit off, you press 113 something, then you turn the unit back on and it does like a hard internal reset and then it'll work. And it worked. I had the rookie over and we were playing FIFA and you could just hear like the crowd like coming out from behind. Yeah. I was playing GTA and you could just hear, like you're in the fucking car. Sounds incredible. Then I thought about it. Is that like a gender trait, or is it just something that I would do? Because like I sort of that's how I'm wired, like to think outside the box.
Gender trait.
Would you guys think to do that? No, I'm saying, would women think to do that? Like, I'm not being, I'm being ignorant.
No, there are some women
I'm
that
asking
would do
a question because I'm being ignorant, not because
there are some, but it's definitely a gender trait.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it to be sexist. I'm saying it because I'm ignorant of the question, of the answer, and I want to know. Anyone out there, please fucking write in.
Like you said, you didn't even think of that.
No, she didn't think of it. But
My whole life I've had my mum saying, can you fix this for me? Or my sister saying, can you fix this for me? I don't know what's wrong.
Same with my sisters.
It's just one of those things, for sure.
I'm treading the line here.
Like technical, like hands-on, electronics-wise, guys gravitate to more. Or they're just more like naturally...
What do you think that is? Dude...
Like that's one of the unanswered questions.
I'm being 100% ignorant because I want to know the answer, not because I'm not saying that this is how it is. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And I would still wonder what people are like.
Yeah, I think probably maybe more because, like, growing up, like, young boys prefer, like, electronical things. Like video games, handheld video games. Girls do too, but...
What are you trying to say, Johnny?
more so boys. Yeah. So I think it just stems from that, and you just sort of are into...
Okay, it's like phones, yeah? How like, well, you've got an Apple, so there is no customization to Apples. You deal with what they give you. All right? But you look at my phone, and it looks nothing like what the standard Android menu would look like. Does that make sense? Because I've gone through...
You've changed it up.
Changed fucking every program. Like, my last 4 phones have all looked exactly the same because I know what I want, I know how I love how it works, and yada, yada, yada. Do you know many women that would go to that extent to customize like all their fucking menus, or would they just deal with it the way Apple does? Just here you go.
Ren's done it because of work, so she's got a lot of work stuff. She changed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Ren's more tech savvy than I am. You know me, I'm hopeless
you're
with
not-
that shit.
you're not at all.
I'm not like tech savvy or anything. So Ren's pretty good with that stuff. What? Because I'm a man and I like to look at my hands and fucking. I'll choke you, motherfucker!
Found a soft-
HDMI cable. Just a garage just fucking hog tying him and just choking.
Take your tech, boy.
Man, HDMI, just a thick cable.
No, I prefer driving a tractor.
I think something like a phone is a little bit different because
It's more universal.
it's more universal. It's something you have on you all the time. So
Yeah.
Like Johnny would know how to digitally reset a dildo.
Yeah. Hardwire. You see just vibrating out of control.
Just fucking go nuts.
I'll fix that blindfolded. Don't.
With your hands behind your back like Houdini in a water tank upside down.
I call this the mega dildo.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, funny you brought that up. I'm actually really considering starting like a phone repair business. I really enjoy
We
it.
told you, man! Like ages ago.
We told you like a year
Like
ago.
a mobile repair phone thing, man.
I got a message literally like 1 minute ago from my younger sister saying, "Hey Johnny, pay you."
I'll pay you.
Dude, seriously, on your days off or you got time, you can get jobs, man, to fix phones.
I'd like to
on the side.
I'd like to
you
do
get
it
yourself a
full-time.
little kit or something inside your car. You drive to the person's house, fix their phone, $80, whatever it is. Thank you very much. I'll just get the fuck out of there. take a can of Coke and
deposit a load and just see you later.
Fuck.
But you know what I mean? Like to make some extra cash on the side, dude. Like we told you that like from the start.
You're a dumb cunt.
This was from the dojo.
Yeah, this was in the first couple
3-4
months.
episodes.
Yeah, first month or two at the dojo. We
We were trying to figure out a thing for you. You were Sparky. You were a fucking.
Yeah. You're a dumbass. Do it.
But 2 years later, dude.
Yeah, but you know what? That's
To have it as like my job. That'd be
Dude, you
cool.
were so
I love
fucking
tinkering with phones.
apathetic about this shit. It's like, I'm really considering it. Don't consider it. Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it.
Like, don't quit your job and do that full time. Test the waters. Do it for a little bit, and then if you think you can make a living off
what
it,
have you
then
got
quit
to,
your
no,
job.
but seriously, what have you got to, right now, if you texted your sister and say, yep, $100, fucking,
I'll do it.
I'll fix it. Okay, what's it to consider? Someone's going to give you money to apply a skill that you actually have, and that's that.
Dude, if I wrecked my phone and knew you could do it, here, man, fix my phone. Whatever it is, what's your price?
I'll do it, you cheap 60.
Thanks.
You're a cunt, man.
I'll be there all the time. It's an Apple.
Yeah, bad. Every day, just another $60. He has two phones just on.
They had
You
some
walk in, he's got like a wall full of cash.
Yeah,
'Cause it's all from Apple users. Just
Dude, they had some stat like the amount of people that smash a phone screen every day.
Oh.
And it was like into the thousands.
Dude.
Like every single day.
You know what
Like,
you
it's
do?
Ridiculous.
There's a couple of places around here called I Dropped It.
Yeah.
There's a place called I Dropped It and stuff. Just undercut them all, man.
Yeah.
Just fuck them all.
$5. Just undercut him by like $2.80.
Yeah, fucking it, because everyone will always go to the cheaper
I'll
option.
do like Bunnings, find a cheaper price, and I'll beat it by 10%.
Do 5. do 5 because you can't afford to. You're a single operator. You see, just
5% now.
Bunnings. It's called jeggings.
jiggings, phone repairs.
Yeah, man.
No, I've been thinking of names. It's like tough. It'd have to be something catchy, I reckon. Something that stands out above the rest.
Okay, let me look
Handsome
at let me
Dan's
get
phone repair.
Handsome Dan.
Handsome Dan's phone repairs. Done.
But let me go to a name generator.
Imagine the old school ad in the yellow pages, like the big cheesy smile. Handsome Dan's phone repairs.
Yeah, like a twinkling smile.
Yeah, I'm going.
I miss using the yellow pages. I was thinking of more shit from like my childhood, man. Remember the yellow pages? Like, we need to find a plumber. Get the fucking yellow pages out. You flick through. And
Oh yeah, Jim's Plumbing. Okay,
Yeah, do you remember?
Cheapest prices. Okay,
Dude,
yeah.
I remember doing that. I remember a time looking through the yellow pages for shit.
You
for
still
my mum.
can, right?
Yeah, no, but who does? You just Google it. You just Google the ad. You
Yeah.
Google what you want. Hello, Google, and fucking okay, Google, and they just come up with the answers.
Sure, some old schoolers would be still using the old yellow
I don't know.
pages.
How many yellow pages are still in circulation?
Not much. We get the white pages every now and then.
Didn't they combine like all of them?
I think so. Yeah.
Remember when we were kids and they
'Cause
were
white
like
was
fucking
residential.
encyclopedias?
White was residential,
right?
Yeah, and yellow was business.
Yeah.
Man, they did leave them on your doorstep, and it was so thick.
Yeah, man.
It was like thick as fuck.
My mum used to put them underneath, in my room, like my old bedroom, there was like a step to get, like from the floor to the doorway.
Yeah.
And she'd jam them under there. And then I remember the last time when they came, She's coming, she goes, here, put these under the step. I go, man, I don't even fucking use these. You're the one that uses them. And even then you don't. Go throw them out. We don't need them anymore, man.
I used to use them to press flowers.
Why were you pressing flowers?
You get this really just beautiful flat flower, like dried out. It was beautiful.
You used to put it in your hair? You're an awkward boy.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You used to collect pressed flowers.
You've never pressed a flower in a Yellow Pages? It's a beautiful experience, my friend.
I was more like punching my sister out in the yard and get a fistful of flowers in the face, you know, while you're trying to breathe for air.
Missing out, boys. Press some flowers.
That is
Get some flower pressing into your life.
Strange, man.
We just went silent.
No, there's nothing like a pressed
I'm
daisy.
just picturing my childhood brawling with my sister, playing fucking Bruce Lee with like my next door neighbour.
Hey, I did all that
And
stuff
Johnny's
too.
in his knitted cardigan pressing flowers in Yellow Pages.
I did all that stuff too, but I just had a soft, sensitive side as well, where I like to press flowers, alright? Shut up.
Who got you into doing that?
I don't know, I just did it.
How defensive. I don't know, I just did it. It's like, fuck. What of it?
Like, it's a what of it?
No, dude, it sounds homo, but it's actually cool. Like, you press a flower and, like, the way it looks when it's, like, flat.
That's pretty gay.
Like, you can see all, like, the little things in the flowers.
Dude, gay people will say that's gay.
even a gay...
Yes, I'm gay.
Even a gay arts and crafts shop
Yeah.
is like, dude, that's pretty gay.
Like, why are we doing it? I don't know, I just did it. Why?
I don't know, I learned it off
Did you
someone,
collect
like-
them?
I think so. I used to keep them, I don't know.
Like in a book, like a scrapbook?
I used to collect my toenails as well, but
That's disgusting.
Really?
I had, like, a Slurpee cup full of toenails.
That is
A
disgusting.
Slurpee cup full of toenails.
Did your parents know?
Yeah, my mum used to think it was disgusting, and I used to like chase them with her, like chase them with them.
Let me tell you something.
Like
That's
shaking
like serial killer
let
stuff.
me tell you something. Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer sort of shit. That's
Yeah, man.
disgusting. Let me tell you
No,
something.
it was
man.
like because like I'm sitting in my bed chopping my nails, right?
Why'd you do it in the bathroom?
Because I'd be in bed at night, and I was like, oh, my toenails need clipping, so I just do them in the
So
night.
you just had clippers next to your bed?
So I just put them in the cup, like I'll just collect them here, and then it just became a thing. I'm like, I'm not going to tip these out. I'm just going to keep collecting them, and then
How
before I
old
knew
are
it,
you?
I don't know, like
16?
yeah,
Dude,
from like 12 to 16.
If my old
Yeah,
man,
like a Slurpee cup.
Slurpee cup full.
if my old man saw me putting toenail clippings into a cup and saving them, he would come in and literally step on my throat, man.
Dude, he'd slap you through a window.
He would step on my fucking throat and then throw me out of the back door into the park. I'm telling you right now.
Why?
Because that's the most unhygienic, disgusting thing I've ever heard him ever. It's fucked.
You've ruined him.
That's disgusting. Tell me you don't do this anymore,
It
please.
had a lid on it.
Tell me you don't do this anymore.
Wait, it had a lid on it. That changes everything.
Tell me you don't do this anymore.
It's not unhygienic.
Tell me you don't do this anymore.
No.
It does!
No, you're
I
fucked.
don't. I just bite them off. I just bite them off with my teeth now and throw them.
Do you still press flowers?
No,
How long haven't you done it for?
I haven't pressed.
Are there
them.
any other
Yes.
little, like, choir boy hobbies like that you do?
Choir boy.
No, I'm picturing some real fucking Little House on the Prairie shit right now. There's like a coal stove in his house. His mother's making damper. You know what I mean? There's a collie dog running around. You've got your little checkered overalls on, the straw hair. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. I'm confused.
I'm smelling damper and nutmeg all through that fucking house.
Because I collect my toenails.
No.
How did they go to
Because
that?
you press flowers in a book.
Used to. I can't believe you guys never press flowers.
Dude,
Seriously?
seriously?
I was a normal boy.
Wait. I've never heard of that before in my life until you just
It wasn't
mentioned
like that was the only thing I did. I sat in my room pressing flowers.
That's a lonely
I played
childhood,
sports.
man. That's a lonely boy.
it. What, did your brother used to do
I
that?
played sports. I lit fires. I had knives.
Sports and lit fire.
I had knives. I had slingshots. But I like to press flowers as well.
Could you see him walking away from like the trailer, the what's it called, the garbage pail kids? Like, okay, gang, great fucking game today. I'll see you tomorrow. Goes home and starts pressing flowers into a fucking book. That's so strange.
My real friends.
Press flowers in book. Dude, honest. I've never ever heard of that before until you just mentioned it.
I know it's been
no,
done.
I'm
No. I know that my mum had a few random books in my childhood, like, you know, like my bedroom used to be the spare room, like before it became my bedroom. It was just the story. Again, when me and my sister and I used to share a room up until, you know, however old I was. And that room had all the bookcases and shit like that.
So like shit like that.
Yeah. But dude, they actually don't do that slightly smile. They look fucking
Dude,
They look fucking cool.
I know. My mum had.
Sorry,
a few,
I like nature.
My mum had a few random like exercise books and shit like that where there were pressed flowers. But this is my mum we're talking about, right? I did not know any other guys.
I think maybe my sister did it, and I'd just like do it with her, and it was cool because you'd get this like real flat. Like they would become so flat. Like I think you.
Yeah, I know what happened.
I think you're missing the point of how cool they actually come out. Like it's like a whole new thing.
I've seen pressed flowers. My mum had them. I know that, but
Then you should appreciate that.
I can't understand why a boy of like tender age of whatever. How old were you when you were doing this?
Young.
Like how young?
I don't know. Primary school.
They'd probably forgive him if he was young. Like, well, if you
Forgive me. Oh my god.
if you were like what 6, 7 years old,
Yeah, I can understand that, but any more than that, any past 10,
I reckon
can't
he was
let that
doing it
go.
early high school.
Yeah, man.
I wasn't doing it at high school.
Fuck off.
I reckon year 7 he went to school all innocent. Have you seen my flower pressing collection?
Gets the shit kicked out of him.
Never mentioned them again. Flower collection.
Trent just fucking lays the boots in. They rip up the book, throw it in the bin, they burn in front of him. That explains a lot.
And that's why he turned into what he turned into now. Like, fuck this.
You know what?
I feel
man?
sorry for you guys.
It's really weird because like you
You
mentioned
feel sorry
that.
for us because we never pressed flowers in a book.
Yeah, you didn't have all those nice.
It's
sensitive
strange,
things.
man, because like you're talking about that, and I'm picturing straight away because I was in my old room the other day, right, cleaning out the cupboard, and I'm just picturing that room as me being a kid, and the first things I think of are musty old books like on a bookshelf because both my parents love to read. I read as a kid. My sister.
Musty old pornos.
No. Dude, legit fucking books. Legit books. Our house was like a fucking library, man. And I read from a young age. But I remember sitting in that thing and just feeling really, I don't know. It was like, did you ever go to the library as a kid?
Yeah.
Right?
I love books too.
I can tell you now, I know you didn't. Look at his face, just shakes it off.
Library.
Library?
What library? Oh, the place with the books. Nah. I remember going to the library and being fucking fascinated with all the books, like the hardcover, leather-bound, like literature and shit like that. And for some reason, I don't know, it always gave me this, not this weird feeling, but yeah, it was a weird feeling. Just fucking picking up a book that's been printed and like read 100,000 times, especially something old and like classic, as in like just hardcover. There's something really noble about it. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you're not reading like some fucking TV week that's just like
TV Guide.
Yeah, like Pulp Fiction and random shit.
It felt like something real.
Don't get me wrong, I read a lot. I've got a lot of books. I just never went to the library.
Yeah, no, I'm just picturing my childhood.
Yeah, don't lie. Shut up, Sean, don't lie.
No. Like, look, man. Like I said it before. I'm not religious, but one thing I love are church buildings, religious buildings. I fucking love them because there's a sense of history about them, and a time churches came like not modern day church buildings, but old day church buildings.
Not the starchy modern day fucking
No, not
The OMG church
No,
that you cross on Dandenong Road.
No, I'm talking about classical Gothic fucking buildings, all that sort of shit. Like, there's a sense of pride. Like, as in when they built it, it was commissioned, and there was so much attention to detail, and like, you know, it took people fucking hours. It wasn't done in like a lab with engineers. This was just men with fucking
bricks and mortar.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And for some reason, I always used to get this nostalgic feeling every time I'd go into, like, especially an old, like, Anglican or Catholic or, like, not, Greek church, not so much because I was just exposed to it, like, being a kid. But every time I'd go into, like, a Catholic, Anglican, Presbyterian church, it still trips me out.
Dude, when I went to Italy...
Get that weird tingly feeling in your pants.
When I went to Italy, went to Venice, and we visited the old church and stuff like that, it fucking overwhelmed me. I was like, this is fucking cool. Like, it was wicked, man. And it was old as. Like, we're talking hundreds and hundreds.
Or inspiring, Troman?
Very much. It was amazing.
It's really weird. It takes me back, like, especially like the old Presbyterian Anglican sort of churches, it takes me back to like Middle Ages because they haven't changed. Like, they look exactly the same. Like, do you know what I mean? And you just get this feel. So that's the thing. You get this feeling of like, just tradition dating back to fucking like 1300s, 1400s, 1500s.
Just a different time.
Yeah, it is. It really is, man. And you can feel it. Like in the building, you can feel the energy in the building, just old wood. And I used to get the same feeling with libraries, man. And like actual old wood.
Old wood in a church. It just went hand in hand.
Come with me, my child.
Yeah, it just...
Touch my old wood.
It just went hand in hand. part of the.
And as for today's sermon, all the young men between the ages of 7 and 11, please head to the back room where Pastor Theodore Harris will be talking to you for the next 5 hours. What?
Why?
Look, don't ask questions.
And the parents go along to it.
Yeah, you can go along. Yeah. They're just carting the kids away. No, but it's the same thing with literature, man. Like with old fucking books. It's the same feeling, man. Just that you think about the process that has to occur for a book to be published, right? Think about it now. Someone fucking writes it up, like, you know.
Get it published online if you need
Exactly. You can just type it all up, email it to someone. You never even have to meet anyone.
No.
It just gets printed in a fucking warehouse in China, and then just gets sent out.
You could publish your own book if you wanted to.
Yeah, of course I could, dude. Pete, photo books, man. I could just get anything printed up easily. If I want to write a book of write, we could easily get it distributed.
Johnny's book of pressed flowers.
Doubles as a flower pressing, the extra thick copy. Oh.
There's a few ciggy butts in there, like just Nick's extra ciggy butts.
And a flat can of Coke. Have you ever pressed a can of Coke in a book? You haven't lived life.
Think about it, right? Think about an old book printed in the 50s. What would have had to go through? Like, think about the printing process.
Oh, dude.
Where does it start? Seriously, how would a book have been printed in the 1950s? We're not even going 1850s. We're talking 1950s, century, in the last century.
Yeah.
What's the process for a book to be printed? I know the Chinese were the first to print mass production.
Machine.
They were.
Yeah.
The Chinese were the first ones to do it, yeah? With the big fucking rocks, tablets, you know, with the ink. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Chinese were the first to do it. Mass production printing. Right? But you think about it, you go back to like the 1800s, right? And let's just use a Bible as an example because it's the most printed form of text ever.
I'm getting the image of like sending your writings in a scroll via bird to like the
Via bird
to the town publisher. The big red seal with a stamp and the bird takes it.
Do you remember The Simpsons in the episode with the boy in the well?
Yeah.
When they're coming up with solutions to get him out of the well? And it's got that guy's like, isosceles will fly down and winch the boy to safety. Isosceles. What's the name of the bird? It's like, it's a Greek name. It's an ancient Greek name, man. Like Archimedes or some shit.
Yeah.
It's like some fucking random Greek name. The bird just flies away. I don't think he's coming back.
Movable type printing, 15th century, but in China.
There you go.
During the Song dynasty.
Oh, not the Ming.
No.
Oh, I was mistaken.
Everything comes back to the Ming. When were dumplings invented? That was the Ming dynasty.
Definitely, that was definitely the Ming. 100% that was the Ming.
100%.
That's got Ming all over it.
Definitely. Definitely.
But the actual printing press itself was invented by the Germans. Johannes Gutenberg. Around 1440. Based on existing screw presses.
Dude, I'm loving this guy. When dumplings invented, that was the Ming dynasty. Definitely. That's got
100%. 100%.
Dumplings. That was the Ming dynasty. You're such a dumb cunt.
Oh wait, who invented dumplings?
So wait, who's the printing press? A German?
Well, the Chinese invented the whole concept of
The process of like ink and yeah.
But the actual printing press itself was done by Johann Gutenberg.
Of course the Germans invented it.
Us the Germans.
What did
They make good stuff.
Yeah, man. They brought it into the 21st century.
Yeah.
But think about it, yeah? Imagine a book being printed in the 1500s, yeah? Like, it'd be some fucking warehouse out in the middle of nowhere with dudes and barrels of ink and fucking leather and binding and paper. What's this guy laughing?
It wasn't the Ming Dynasty, but filled dumplings were probably a later development in Europe, but Chinese cooks have enjoyed a version known as izoya for more than 1800 years. According to legend, Chinese stuffed dumplings were invented in the Han Dynasty
Han, of
by a
course.
man called Zhang Zhongzhang.
Yeah,
No joke. Right there.
It was the Ming Dynasty.
should have known it was the Hans.
But Ming was a young boy then, so he kind of had
Yeah.
something to do with it.
He was in there. He was in the mix.
Yeah.
No, like, do you understand what I'm saying, man? I think about that process and, like, remember how we always talk about what it'd be like to live in, like, the Middle Ages and, like, what kind of jobs you'd have if you were a serf, if you were a noble, blah, blah, blah. Imagine, like, you were working in a fucking, like, printing press, like, in those days. Like, for me, it's just like,
I'm picturing like a lot of steam and smoke coming out
Yeah,
for some
yeah.
reason, like because it's that like.
I'm a big fan of the steampunk era. Like, you know, the steampunk. Have you ever looked into steampunk, the genre? It's like a combination of like punk, right? So cyberpunk sort of shit, but at the same time using steam. The time when steam was one of the leading technologies. It's a really interesting sort of genre. And there's a lot of writing about it. There's a big culture on it. Steampunk genre. So it's like a mix of like Middle Ages and then futuristic sort of goth, punk sort of shit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
Some really cool, interesting shit out of it, man. I'm a big fan. Do you remember Malaka? Do you remember in New York when we went to, the ambassador's old man's mate? Down in Central, Riverside Park.
In the art fucking studio.
remember that art studio?
Yeah.
Do you remember the
That was so
artwork?
cool, man.
I found that folder.
I've still got his book.
Yeah, I found it at my mum's the other day.
I've still got his book.
Yeah. When we were in New York, we made friends with these Canadians, right? And the girl's old man had a friend, like some old uncle of hers, someone Riverside Park, because of the Seinfeld reference.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Riverside Drive. This is where the Lopper lives.
Yeah.
Right? So we're walking, found this guy's apartment, we go up, and it's like a studio. So the
Cool
whole
as,
place,
like
the whole
cool
place,
as.
it was like, you know, like those Manhattan movies where you go up to see, like, the dude is an artist and he's got, like, the whole floor.
And it's
Open plan?
Yeah.
Open plan, yeah.
Big open plan.
I
It's
love
just
feeling
easels.
Paintings everywhere. Big windows as well.
Big windows overlooking the park, and you could just smell paint.
Just
and lacquer.
stereotypical.
Yeah, he may as well be naked with overalls. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, he was a really cool guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had all this neo steampunk sort of shit, like imagery, and a lot of it was like 1500s, maybe earlier. I can't remember, but it was really cool. It was really fucked up concepts, like, you know, like a giant in like a regular city.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That'd
really
be a sick tat.
yeah,
Steampunk tat.
Steampunk shit is a really interesting genre to look at, man. And that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, it brings back this nostalgic sense of like, yeah, people have been doing this for fucking centuries. Do you know what I mean? It's an institution. Like, people have been doing this, and this is how the word has gotten around on everything about everything ever. You know, if we wrote a new Bible in the 1500s, this is how it's going to get out, and you'd make so many copies by fucking hand that it would go, one would be made in fucking England somewhere, and it'd end up in the States, or it'd end up like, you know, God knows where on some ship. It could be, you know, some pirate would be fucking reading it, like, you know, his last leg marooned on an island. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It trips me out. I don't know, like that whole leather-bound ink paper sort of thing. It's really simple, but there's a lot of fucking pride in like the.
Yeah.
You need to get a steampunk tattoo.
Why?
Just your whole fucking leg.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I love that
How
sort of shit.
precise that is, man.
Yeah, like gears, intricate gears and steam, but like working in like a nouveau sort of technological way.
So cool.
There was that sort of
So
shit.
cool.
Do you know what I was reading about? I was reading about Mozart. You read anything about him?
Mozart.
Yeah, I was reading a lot about classical music. I don't know why. Actually, was it Mozart? No, no, Mozart.
Bach.
Bach.
Yeah, Beethoven was coming up.
Pronounced Bach.
Bach. Yeah, and Chopin. Yeah, not Chopin. Chopin. Chopin.
Yeah, I know chopping.
Dude, I was reading about Mozart, and the guy was a fucking genius, man. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, man.
That's a sick name.
Dude, you know what his baptismal name was? His baptismal name was Johannes Christosimus Wolfgangus Theophilus Mozart.
That's a sick name.
Wolfgangus.
Yeah.
Wolfgangus.
Dude, okay, could you recognize famous pieces by, like, composers?
Just the real
We
famous
can.
ones.
I can some, but it's hard to, like, yeah, unless you're spending hours listening to that shit. One thing I hate are people that think that listening to classical music automatically makes them smarter than anyone else.
No.
Like, it only takes a certain type of person to appreciate. It's like,
The finer gentleman.
yeah, dude.
The more mature
I
gentleman.
fucking love classical music. I also love fucking sludge metal. You know what I mean? It means nothing. It's fucking music. Like, it's open interpretation. But yeah, I was reading about Mozart and just the story behind. I love reading about. Have you ever read about El Greco? He's a painter.
Not much.
He was from Crete originally, and then he went to Italy and studied in like was the Renaissance. I can't. If you look him up, I watched a doco on him when I was in Germany. Germany, I was. I swear to God, I was lying on the floor of my mate's apartment. She was asleep, and I had my laptop, and I was watching a movie. That's mad. Full circle. Jesus, I'm in Stuttgart.
Dominikos Theotokopoulos.
There you go. Yeah, El Greco.
Yeah, he was a painter,
He was
sculptor, and architect of the Spanish Renaissance.
Yeah, the Renaissance, right? I was reading about Mozart, and then I was reading a bit about like Chopin and Beethoven, and then a couple painters and shit. I'm just trying to imagine the era of like during the Renaissance, and then like all those eras, right? These guys, man, like they would write these 9-minute, 10-minute, 30-minute operas, hour-long operas, fucking just paper, pen, and a piano, and they'd write these concertos, man, like these massive ensembles of shit with sound, and just like you listen to the emotion, like it's like a story, man, and it's just peaks and troughs, and like, you know, it's fucked. It's an emotional roller coaster. Then you think about the integrity of this like art and what it meant, like to be doing it. Like, dude, Mozart was a child, man. He was 10 when he started writing shit. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't screenshot anything. I must have just left it open.
What do you need?
Read. Nothing. Just shit on Mozart. But I was just reading about his life, you know, and like he'd travel around Europe, like getting commissioned to do pieces by like nobles. You know what I mean? Like, here's a noble of like, you know, Florence. It's like, yeah, here's all the money you need. Write me a piece. Yeah. All right, concerto number 10. This is his. Yeah. And there'd be a concert. Yeah. It's like, Jesus Christ. And this is like what he would do. And his music would be fucking played out 700 years later. We're still fucking like,
talking about him.
Talking about him. The concert halls going off in, you know, Carnegie Hall in New York and all types of shit. Every time like a choir or an orchestra comes to town, like, you know, they're doing Beethoven's greatest fucking hits. You know what I mean?
Think about the intelligence of those guys as well. Like,
they were doing fucking geniuses.
They were doing like cutting edge shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, at the time,
600 years ago,
without any of the shit we have today. Like, just all off their own. Like,
yeah, man.
Like, they were just unique people. Like,
they were fucked. Dude, Leonardo da Vinci was like a painter, sculptor, inventor, physician, scientist, musician. He was fucked. He was a freak. He was ambidextrous and he'd be writing two things at once on two different pieces of paper, just working like a machine. Yeah. Then you think about people that get headaches trying to figure out how an app works, you know what I mean? Because they can't sync up Facebook with their fucking Instagram account, and they fall to pieces. They fall to pieces and smash a phone.
So technology's made us so much dumber in a way, like...
It's because... But people just succumb to it. Like, okay.
Like, everything's easy, like...
Okay, do you think... Okay, you know what I thought about? We were laughing about it at work, because I was looking for a calculator and couldn't find one, and then someone said, yeah, we probably have an abacus in this joint. It was that fucking backwards. Someone pulls out an abacus, like, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Do you know how an abacus works? Have you got any idea? The Chinese did it.
Yeah. Full circle. Thank you, Chinese.
The Chinese did the abacus, man. The abacus, they say, is better than a modern calculator. I remember years ago, they ran some tests with, like, they had a kid on an abacus and a kid on a calculator given, like, some fucking stupid problem to figure out, and the abacus won. You know what I mean? I reckon it's just... I remember, I think, in my opinion, I think that's just an urban legend that old farts used to tell their kids, you know, don't use a fucking calculator because your brain will turn to mush.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, get fucked, old man. Like, seriously, you wouldn't have... the technological advances. Well, you think these scientists at NASA or Tesla have got abacuses out, fucking just going nuts with them? Fuck off. They've got computers doing the heavy shit so they can keep...
Yeah, they can not worry about the...
Yeah. I don't want to have to fucking... That's the thing. All right, do you think it's a bad thing to have a calculator?
No.
No.
God, no.
No. Think about the equations you need to come up with at work on the fly, right?
We weren't meant to process, like, equations like that.
I do not want to spend 20 minutes of my day figuring out a maths equation. No. Just say, yep, you see, I figured it out. Yeah, well done, dickhead. In that time, these blokes are about 100 years forward because they just punched in the calculator and moved on with their fucking lives. Yeah. I hate it. I fucking hate that when people, like old farts, are like, you don't need a calculator, you can figure it out yourself. Yeah, but I don't have fucking all day to figure it out, man. I just need to get it done and move along.
Yeah, man!
I'm being serious. If you have, like, dude, my maths skills, think about it. In primary school, did you do algebra? In primary school?
No.
I think they tried to introduce the concept of it.
In grade like 5 or 6, they tried.
Yeah, they tried to introduce the concept and was just nowhere.
I couldn't get through basic maths.
Dude, no, year 7, 8, we did algebra and it's like, oh my God, what is this? When have you used algebra since you left high school? Never. When are you ever going to need to use it? Ever? Never. Never. But they used to bang it into us, like, if you don't figure out your trigonometry...
You're never going to get a good job and you're fucking...
It's like, dude, there's no relevance in the real world. Unless I want to be a maths teacher and repeat this shit to students, I have no need for this. Yeah. Unless I want to be an engineer. And even engineers have calculators.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even engineers have fucking calculators. That's why we invented them. It's got nothing to do with making your brain lazy. It's like, oh, what do you mean you don't know how to do it? I don't need to fucking know how to do it. Here, look, done. Here's the answer. Now I can figure out the rest of life's problems, and I don't have to worry about figuring out the base root of fucking X to the... Does it make sense?
Yeah, man, totally.
My old man used to hammer me about that. He hated maths as a kid, but he used to hammer me about using a calculator like it was making us slow. No, I'm serious. I fucking hate it.
Yeah,
I think about that, and that's a big thing out of my childhood as well. Like, we all needed to have abacuses. Really? Dude, do you think Zuckerberg is walking around with a fucking abacus?
Just attached to his pocket.
Yeah.
You know, like with a chain?
Here's life's
doing
problems.
calculations.
Let's work it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, think about, like, how... it's weird. I think today... generally, our jobs are demanding more of us on like just out of expectation of what we're responsible for. Does that make sense? Like, we were talking before about our jobs at work now, and there's so much responsibility just on me and this guy. We're not even employees of the company. We're casual workers, but there is so much responsibility based on what we do that falls on our shoulders.
But that's what it seems like. It seems like the employees of the company have less responsibility than what you guys have.
Yeah. Right? And then you look at that, and then, like, I look at my old man being a butcher. Dude, his response is go in, cut meat, leave. Like, do you know what I mean? He was never pushed, like... Then I don't think that would, like, if you had an expectation of your job, and that's where it was fucking limited to. Now we're fucking dancing for quarters, man. Like, and we're all on a
Dance, vermin!
dude. We're all on a performance. We're all on a performance thing.
Absolutely.
Everyone's on the fucking clock.
That's it, and you get people lagging you guys in.
Yeah, but do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think we're all under a lot more pressure to perform to expectations because it's not profitable.
Well, they've set a rate for you guys. You have to perform at this rate.
Yeah.
If you don't, we're going to fire
It's
you.
monitored. Do you think, like, our parents were fucking monitored, like,
No, man.
40 years ago?
No, man.
No.
Not like that.
You had to turn up and do your job and then leave.
Yeah.
Now we're not trusted to turn
At
up
the
and do
chip
our
factory,
job.
at the biscuit factory, at the
fuck
whatever
it was.
factory.
You know, I don't think KPIs were a fucking
Johnny at
factor.
the flower book pressing company.
100 flowers a minute.
Dude, I don't think KPIs were a fucking relevant factor until when was the word KPI introduced into the vocabulary? Key performance.
I think when our economy went to shit.
Yeah.
I think when we had the recession and
Yeah.
companies were like, well, we're going to have to make these people work faster. because we've got no...
when I did my diploma in business, man.
Yeah.
2003. It was 2003 when I started my diploma in business, and KPIs were being introduced into, like, you know, talking about it and all that sort of
Key
shit.
performance
Yeah,
indicators.
do you know what I mean? Dude, fucking 30 years earlier, no one fucking talked about KPIs.
No,
one
not at all.
knew shit. You just turned up, did your job, and left. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think now we're all fucking held accountable for a lot more with less reward and less incentive.
Yeah, big time.
That's fucked.
Yep.
That's fucked.
You know, this guy was talking the other night about that universal income or whatever. You know, the base wage that you get. And they're trialling it, like, in different places around the world.
Prince Arthur was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a base income that it pays for, like, your living.
Yeah, and it's basically like welfare, but it
But more.
works. Yeah, it works out like more.
So you can live like, just, you can get by.
You know that you'll never starve to death.
You know that you'll never starve
What's
to
this?
death.
Tell me.
So they give everybody...
you were overseas. Prince Arthur was talking.
This last night on Question and Answer, they were talking about it. This, I don't know, academic guy was talking. But they're trialling it in a few places around the world at the moment. And it's like a big, like, possibility that it might happen. It's like give everybody a certain monthly allowance, which takes care of your living, food, clothes, whatever.
Bills, whatever, yeah.
And then regardless of whether you have a job or not, so you can get a job on top of that and make more money.
But you'll get that allowance no matter what.
You'll always have at least enough money to
So
cover
if you were to lose your job, at least you know you won't starve.
You know your rent is covered, and you know your car's going to have fuel in it, and you're going to have, like, food.
How many people you reckon will not get, like, they'll just be unemployed?
As many as there are now.
Would you quit your job if you had that?
No.
He would.
I guess it depends on...
People like him would.
No, remember, it doesn't set you up where you're living like fucking Scarface in a mansion and you're buying Coke on
It's just to
government
get
money.
by. Like, you
it's
can
literally
put
just
food
so
in
you
your
know.
fridge, you can...
Dude, you got a family coming, right? If you lost your job, you'd be shitting bricks because it's like, fuck, I need to feed my child.
This is a way to fall back on.
This is just so you know that there'll be money to buy food and there'll be money to pay
It
rent.
could be another good incentive for people to find work because they're like, hang on a minute, I'm already getting money. I can make more money on top of this.
Yeah,
That's how I would
I
think.
can't remember exactly what he said, but he said there's a lot of benefits to it, like monetary-wise, like they could make money back.
And not just that, it puts money back into the economy, which makes
That
it
as
better
well.
for the
There was
thing.
like a whole
the
bunch of stuff he
cycle.
listed, but I was
you think
tired, I
about
don't
it.
remember.
If you woke up in the morning,
That's pretty cool.
dude, if you would get, it's not, like I said, it's not enough to fund a lifestyle where you're going on holidays every
You're not going out for
week.
dinner every night.
No, but it's enough where you get a bill and be like, fuck, I can actually pay this.
Yeah,
because I'm not gonna go without electricity or.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Dude, I work full time and I worry about paying my rent,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I don't have that luxury yet.
Yeah.
I've been working full time since I was fucking 18.
So where are they trialing this thing? Are they trialing it
There are
everywhere?
countries across the world that already do it.
Yeah, it didn't actually say, but it just said
I
worldwide
reckon Scandinavia might be one of them.
Prince Arthur fucking, if we listen to the episodes,
Yeah.
like when you were away, Prince Arthur mentions
Alright.
it.
Oh, 'cause that's
he
pretty interesting.
He was saying how, yeah, it's like paying the dole to everyone anyway, but everyone gets it no matter what.
Yeah, and you don't have to like prove that you've got depression or whatever to keep getting
you
it. You know?
always
It just
have
goes
it.
into your account.
Yeah.
Every week, every month it just goes in, and it's
But
enough
it's,
to cover
like
all
I said,
the
it's
bare
not
basics.
enough to live some ridiculous lifestyle.
No.
Then you
that-
can live.
And
But
that's
the good thing is, if you were to get it, and then you got a job on top, that's take care of your bills.
yeah, you actually
then-
have money saved.
Yeah, he's saying it gives people more freedom to do
Yeah,
things and
yeah.
like do what they actually want to do, pursue things they
Yeah.
want to do, and stuff like
Bit
that.
more passion back into humanity.
But that's what I'm
dude,
saying,
it's
man.
Like
Yeah.
giving people that freedom to explore things,
Yeah.
not just be stuck to this one fucking shitty thing.
Because now, if you think about it, like you guys are working where you're working because you have to, not
Yeah,
because
I don't
you
work
want
there because I
to.
want to. I work there because I have to.
Now, if you were getting that, you'd think maybe I can try and chase my passion if I
I
want
would
to do
be
something. because-
really concentrating on my phone business.
yeah,
you
well,
know?
there you go. Because you know your bills would be covered.
Yeah, and I can
you
just
could
put
take
all
care
my
of your
time
little
and
one.
attention on
Yeah.
making my business work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, I always
idea.
say, I always say, life is nothing without passion. Like, you need something to drive you. Like, and you need to be able to, at the end of the day, find something that you're happy doing, even if it is for yourself, by yourself, for whatever reason. But like,
Even if it is pressing flowers in your room alone.
that's fine.
If you want to do that, what makes you happy?
I'm not
It's
gonna
a little,
judge.
it's a little different.
I'm
But
going to judge a 6-year-old kid in the gully doing it because it's fucking strange.
I'll
to
judge a 30-year-old man in the gully.
in his room, his old room. No. I'm just saying,
Was Spunky, is that your dog's name?
Funk dog.
that dog. I swear to
Oh,
God,
that dog's fucked. That dog is completely fucked.
First of all, he's gay.
He's just got so many issues.
the dog has issues.
Ever since he ran away, like, even now, if, like, me and Mum will mention, like, one of us is going out, he just sits there and starts trembling. Like, trembling, you can see it in his fur. Like, trembling beyond belief.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
His, like, tongue's hanging out. I swear to God,
He's
dude.
scarred.
I was like,
he's
I'm going to
fucked.
work, and the dog just kills over and has a fucking epileptic fit.
Yeah, if Mum's like, oh, you know, would you be able to take me over to the shops in a minute? He looks over and he just starts trembling. Like, he's fucked.
Dude, this dog needs to be taken to the farm and just let go, man. So you drive him to the East Link and leave him at the off-ramp. See you later, buddy. You're funny,
he
back.
is beyond repair, I am
He's
telling you.
$5. Have fun.
Go to Macca's.
He's beyond repair.
The dog's going through drive-through.
Points at the Happy Meal.
Goes to Macca's.
Yeah, and those, you know, an Eastlink has the BP and the Macca's.
That big one.
Yeah. Points at the Happy Meal. Takes his position on the table, just starts eating.
That's fine.
And he's got his little hacky sack.
Yeah, that was a hobo sack.
Yeah, hobo sack.
The bindle.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Like when he ran away, the picture the lady posted on Facebook to say, like, has
It was
anyone...
so sad.
It was like him in the car, like in her front seat, like on his side with his tongue out. Oh, like, God.
So basically, you want a Thursday night.
Oh. And then we went to pick him up from her house, and he pushed his way into her bed. She doesn't allow dogs in her house. He ended up sleeping in
that's
her
what you
bed.
say.
How do you
Yeah,
manage that?
Because he just kept whinging until she let him into her bed. It was the only place he'd sleep and be quiet. It was in her bed at her feet. So she had to let him.
How long did she have him for?
Like a day and a half overnight, and then so like half a day and then overnight and then another half a day.
Give her a reward.
Yeah, I gave her $50. She didn't want to take it.
Yeah.
But I said, look, man, he's been eating your food. He's
Yeah,
been
he's
sleeping in your
sleeping
bed.
in your bed. Yeah, fair enough.
I'd have to pay £1 more than $50.
Yeah.
So eventually she's like, okay, thank you. But
Nice, yeah. And the other dogs are like little bastard fucking.
yeah, the other dogs are outside, like, looking in the window. and
Spunky's
he's in
like-
bed. Yeah, little
Flipping
finger.
them off, flipping them off.
He's such an asshole.
What a cut of a dog, man.
Oh, dude.
How have you not...
And he's got my mum wrapped around his little finger, like...
How have you not laid the boots into that dog? Seriously.
You know what? Fuck? I'm, like, really hard with him, right? But then...
You love him though, like
I do, but then
Ugh.
I'm really hard with him. Shut up, Tim. I'm really hard with him, but then my mum's like super soft with him, so he never gets like a consistent discipline base.
because if you hard on him, he just runs to your mum.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fucked.
And he knows your mum will be like, give him a biscuit, give him something to
You know what would throw the dynamic out? If you got another dog.
just get a pity.
No, I'm serious. Just eats him.
No, it's weird you say that. My little sister's actually moving home and she's bringing her greyhound.
That's not going to go well.
Did she?
It's a fucking beast. This thing looks like a horse. Its name's Bowie. It's black greyhound.
Bowie?
Older dog?
Yeah, it used to be a race dog. It used to be a full racing
She
greyhound.
adopted him?
Yeah.
Yeah, through the
I've seen him
adoption
run, dude.
program.
Oh my god. I've seen him run at the park.
You get tired just looking
Time
at
to
him.
make some cash! Yeah.
My dog, my little Jack Russell with like 3-inch legs, tries to keep up with it.
And he's
and
no
it's just
chance.
like
Left for dead.
2 bounds and it's like 100 metres in front. Like,
This dog is coming to live at your mum's.
It's fucking
Yeah.
galloping
With
past.
Spunky.
yeah. So I'm hoping, my hope is, right, they actually get along alright. So my hope is that him being there will calm my dog down and give him some company,
And leave.
giving us the freedom to be able to leave the house without worrying about him, you know?
You come back home, Spunky's in the corner with a blood eye, like blood nose. The other dog's just sitting there looking at him going,
Yeah.
Dude,
Spark the smoke.
it's seriously comical when you look
My
at these.
kennel cunt.
Dude, you look at these 2 dogs together and it's like comical. Like he comes up to like its
What's its
first
name?
joint on its leg.
what's its name?
Bowie. After David. The late
Spunky and
David,
Bowie.
the late
The
David
Adventures
Bowie.
of Spunky and Bowie.
That's fucked.
That's a cool book name for a...
But you look at them together, man, it's like literally like a snail and a horse. Like they're just, it's so much bigger
Fat
than...
furry snail and a horse.
Spunky and Bowie.
He's a sweet dog though, Bowie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Better than Spunky?
Dude,
yeah.
I refuse to live in a
Yeah.
world.
He's normal.
I refuse to live in a world. 2 things. One thing. My life is not dictated by lesser beings, man. And by lesser beings, I mean fucking animals and children. All right. Like when you go to a fucking shopping centre and you see parents.
Dogs, yes.
No,
Children,
you see
don't
parents.
really agree with
You
that.
see parents at wits' end begging their children for discipline, man. That I can't.
Funny you say that. I was going to a job last week, and from the street station, the corner, that where
Yeah.
it's always busy, man, some kid was having a fucking tantrum, dude. Like, I'm talking face down, kicking the ground, and the mother was like, please get up, please get up. Hell the fuck no. Grab that kid by the back of the neck, man.
Yeah, man.
Pick that kid up, throw him in the fucking... I'm not going to show you. Shut up!
That's one thing I've got. Dude, that's one thing I've got to say about my kid is I got super lucky. She is the most well-behaved kid.
Yeah, but you treat her like a normal human being.
Like,
you don't treat her like a baby.
Those kids that you see having a tantrum, I've said this to so many people, right? Those kids that you see having a tantrum, face down on the floor,
Yeah.
I've never once even seen Indy remotely do anything like that. She sees those kids in the shopping centre with me, and she looks at me like, "What the hell are they doing?"
Yeah, what
Like,
the hell is that happening?
She looks up at me and she's like, "Dad, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
who's this freak?"
What the fuck?
And
Who's
I
this
just I
freak?
don't know how kids get to this point where they are like snotty-nosed tantrum on the floor.
Do you want me to tell you why?
I don't get it.
You want me
Indy-
to tell you how? Because you don't give in to her every single time. Do you know what I mean? Like, these parents will be like, oh, shut the kid up. Like, here's your iPad, or here's Macca's, or here's fucking whatever you want. Take it, whatever. I don't care. I don't want to...
Just shut up.
Shut
I
up. I
wanna
don't want to hear you. So when the mother says no to something, oh, it's fucking meltdown station,
Yeah,
mate.
man.
What do you mean? If I do this, I'll get my way.
Yeah. It boggles my mind,
Kids
yeah.
need boundaries, and they respect boundaries because it gives them reward and it gives them cause and intention. Because when you're a child, you don't have a job. You don't know what it means to go and work. You know what I mean?
Tell
Like-
I'll get a job.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You don't have... The only authority you have are your parents, yeah? Like, you go to school, and you expect these kids to go to school and respect other people. They get fucked. They don't respect their parents, the people that fucking raise them.
Man, Indy very rarely asks for anything, and if she does, and I don't want her to have her, I'm just like, nah, Ian's not today. And
No,
she's
you're
like,
not.
She just goes, okay, Dad.
Yeah, okay.
She grabs my hand and just comes.
That's it.
And
Like, there is no...
And if she asked why, you tell her why, and
and that's
that'd be
it.
the end of it.
Always, yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's it. But these fucking kids, like you said, like, dude, can you picture? I can picture that now. I'm disgusted.
Yeah.
Flinders Street
Dude,
Station,
packed on a
some
Saturday.
kid-
I would
some
hate to have
kid
that. I would hate to
having
be
a
a kid like
fucking
that.
tanty on
No,
the floor.
dude, full meltdown. Like, the kid was face down, kicking and screaming.
Yeah, nah, Indy's never done
And the
that.
mother was sitting there, and there was this other dude looking at the mother going, like,
You can sort it
get
out.
him up, get him up. And then she was telling him off, and it's like, hang on a minute, man, your kid is on the ground, there's thousands of people around, the kid's having a full fucking meltdown. Like, you know, to the point where the kid was choking because it's screaming?
Yeah.
Like that.
I've never seen that from Indy. I know what you're saying. And
Yeah,
it's,
you know what I mean? Like
it's
that.
fucked up. It's like they're possessed or something.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, it's like Total Recall when Wayne, when it comes out.
Yeah. Totally.
Dude, I saw it at Woolies the other day. I was walking along the
Quaid, that's it.
Quaid.
Dennis Quaid, what is his name? Quaid. Dude, I saw it at fucking Woolies. I saw it at Woolies. I was walking along, looking at my fucking cereal.
Glad. Yeah. Looking for your cereal.
I was looking for my cereal, and I was going around
Looking
the
for
corner.
your Fruit Loops, yeah?
Yeah, I've gone around the corner and I've hit the chocolate bar aisle or whatever, and this kid is fucking. These two kids are arcing up at their parent or whatever about getting some chocolate, and she's like, "No, not today. We're not getting that." Like, starts screaming. I was like,
dude, I can't get over it. I can't.
I remember being a kid, and I'd be like, "Ma, I want this chocolate bar." No. That's mad.
Dude, and you'll look up at me and she'll look up at me and if she wants something, which is rare, and she's like, "Dad, you reckon I could get a lollipop?"
Yeah.
And I'll either treat her because I'll be like, "All right, we can get one lollipop, good girl." Otherwise, I'll say, "No, not today. We're having a healthy day." Okay, cool.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
Because she knows.
there is no option.
I have no hard time in controlling her or disciplining her because she's just a good girl. Like,
Yeah, because you taught her to be a good girl.
And next time you'll be out. It's not like you don't refrain her from getting anything. She does get treats.
No, I do,
But
really.
it's
Like,
when
yeah.
you say we can. That's it.
You make the fucking rules, and that's what pisses me off. These parents have forgotten that they make the rules. They make the rules, they make the regulations, they dictate. And they let these kids just fucking walk all over them.
I'm the boss.
Yeah. No, dude, I'm not saying take
Dude,
the piss. I'm being
it's fucked up.
serious.
It's fucked up, it really
Dude,
is.
this kid-
Dude, when I saw that tantrum, dude, I was like, that's fucked. Yeah.
and that's only a modern thing, apparently. Like, kids dictating. Like, you think about when we were kids, right? And, like, if our parents wanted to go to a party and we said, like, we're tired, we want to go home, you get told to shut up. Like, no,
You get told to shut up.
But now, like,
Shut up!
but now the kids dictate exactly what the parents do. Like,
Dude, with us.
they're catered to. Like,
Yeah, with us, when we were kids, if your parents looked at you, like we said last time in a couple of other podcasts, your parents looked at you and you were arcing up and you knew you were in the wrong. Like, you knew you were being a little prick.
But even if you weren't in the wrong.
Yeah, they'd look at you
Doesn't
and you'd
matter.
be like, I'm just going to go back now and just sit back on the couch or sit back on a chair and just...
And my sentence is already fucking served to me now.
That's
Like, I'm
it.
fucked.
I already know when I'm getting home.
When I get
I'm
in the
gonna
car,
cop
it's going to be the most silent, awkward fucking drive back to the house.
it. In the Ford.
And the old man,
Fairlane.
the old man will just pick his fucking moment and he'd wait because I can just smell him.
Or, no, you know what? He'd go to the kitchen, get a glass of water. And
Just
look at you.
water.
Yeah, water.
Just
Yeah.
water.
And just get a, not even full glass, just a little bit. Just getting ready. Just getting ready. Just clear the throat. It is true. It's just to clear the
You can
throat.
hear him clearing his throat.
Your mum puts her bag and keys on the bench and just walks away.
And you can just hear him, and then just put the glass down.
And then you hear index.
Right?
Like, all right.
Right. And it's like, you didn't even have to discuss what I did wrong.
No.
It's just like,
Beat down.
it's just like, right, this is what's going to happen. He'll cut off TV, toys, video games, friends, food. You know, he'll cut everything off.
And you can't flinch.
It wouldn't tell me what I did wrong. He just assumed that I already know what I've done wrong. It's not up for debate.
No.
This isn't Judge Judy.
No.
It's just go fuck yourself.
There's no plaintiff. There's no...
No, this is what's happening. You shut the fuck up. Stay out of my way.
That's it.
Like, literally.
And you don't see him for the next, week and a half.
That's it. Literally, like, that's it.
that's gone, man, these days. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
like
finished,
kids
mate.
dictate
You
everything.
can't talk to me like that. I'm going to go to
Bullshit.
DHS.
You know,
Yeah.
something
It's
else. Something else Indy's been saying to me lately, which I kind of found hard to answer a little bit.
Here you go.
Because whenever we drive and stuff, like one
I'm
thing
just seeing your heart
Daddy,
broken.
why have you got pressed flowers in the books?
No.
Daddy, are you not a
I'd
man?
press flowers with her quite happily. That's fine. But like one thing we always do is like
Why did you steal my flowers?
she always asks me like, or I'll tell her, or she'll ask me like what kind of things I like doing when I was 3, like her age.
Okay.
And then we could like, you know, and so she'll ask me like, whatever, did you like doing this when you were 3? And then I'll be like, yeah. And then she's like, where was I? Like, where was I when you were 3?
Oh my god.
Yeah. And it's like, she kind of stumped me. I was like, you weren't here yet. And she couldn't fathom it. She's like, what do you mean? She's like, I was dead, or was I on holiday?
Dude,
or...
I'm fucking 32 years old and I can't fathom that question now. I think about it and it trips me the
But
fuck
it just
out.
got me, you know. I was just like, damn, like you're actually thinking
Yeah.
about that. Like you're thinking about
You
where
stop,
were you when I was
get
3?
your get your Rogan podcasts out and you fucking split. Like, you go, sweetheart. Enjoy. You know, the journey begins.
Dude, she totally stumped me. She had me stumped. I
It's
was
a
just
hard
like-
question to answer. It's not a...
I just said, babe, you weren't here yet. Like you weren't even thought of. And then
But your little girl's very smart,
my mum told her.
so she's very intuitive. Like,
My mum said to her, she goes, "You were just a sparkle in your dad's eye." Like this is what she said to her. And then in the car, she's like, "Where was I, Dad? Was I just like a twinkle in your eye?" And I'm just like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Mum, you're making it harder." Like, I just couldn't explain it to her.
It's hard to explain. How would you...
Well, she's nearly 4, right?
Nearly 4, yeah.
Yeah, so she's going to ask questions and shit like that.
But it just surprised me. Like, she's like, where like, I can see her looking out the window, like, just looking at this guy.
Contemplating life.
And she's like...
That's looking at him in disgust, like, wasting my time with this fool.
Dude, the way she looked back over at me.
We rock up, Inns, get in. Never sees him again.
The way she looked at me, just like, she's really, really pondering
wasting my time with this fool.
It's dad.
No, we got the best bond, man. Like, she's the best.
No, but she's going to start asking a lot of questions soon.
It was just so crazy. She's like actually thinking about, like, where was I when my dad was 3? And I was just like, damn, that's crazy. Like,
yeah, but at least she's fucking asking those questions.
Yeah.
She's just picking her nose and eating it.
She's smart enough to be like, hang on a minute, where was I?
Dude, I'm sorry, but, like, kids are products of their environment, right? And if you have good genes and good genetics, or, like, you know, I mean, what do I say? Like, you know, like, you have, like, these war heroes who come from, like, military families, because it's just in the blood, you know what I mean? Or you find these, like Mozart, his fucking father was a composer. You know what I mean? And, like, his sisters were all in music as well.
It's in the blood.
And then they just saw him fucking, like, developing this, like, insane skill at 3 years old, and, like, Jesus, okay, we've got to harbour this prodigy because he's clearly got the best mix out of all of us. Like, does that make sense? At the same time, in the same breath, you go to a shopping centre and you see these spuds of life walking past with their spud kids. You're just looking at this little snot like, mate, you are not going to develop into anything productive ever. Why? Because your parents are fucking unproductive. Look at them. Yeah. Like, you know, they're just kicking fucking rocks along the fucking highway with a bucket on their head. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, stupid fucking people.
when I pick her up from, like, wherever I pick her up from, like, an hour away, the whole drive back is just a series of her asking me questions and me answering them.
Oh, that's so dangerous.
No, it's really... It's
Bobby's life skills.
It's really cool, man. Like, the fact that she's so inquisitive, I love it. I really do. Like,
Yeah, kids are inquisitive.
I love it.
If you shut that inquisitive nature down,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, just to quench that and just go, oh, don't worry about it.
But that's what I'm saying,
That's
dude.
such a fucking...
Look, we're three inquisitive individuals, and the proof of that is this podcast, right? Because half the time we're asking open-ended questions that we're Googling for answers or discussing it. Like, we elaborate, you know what I mean? Like, we open up a topic, whether it's men's health, sexuality, religion, whatever.
Pressing.
Yeah. And dude, we're not scholars. None of us have fucking gone to uni. None of us work in
We're not
white-collar
overly
jobs.
educated.
Yeah, we don't spend all our time listening to fucking political science podcasts pretending to be cultured. Like, we are just who we are, right? But there are fucking dropkick parents that their child would ask them a question like that and be like, yeah, I don't know, I'm busy. You know, and then switch on the fucking Bachelor or, you know.
That's fucked.
Whatever. You know what I mean? I came from a house where, like, my parents are like that as well, as in, not like that, but I'd ask them a question and they'd try and answer me as best as they could. Yeah. If they didn't know, we fucking went to the encyclopedia, the World Book.
To me, as a parent, that's one of the coolest things. Like, I love when she asks...
that's the whole point.
It's mad. Like, I'm like, this little thing is, like, asking me stuff. Like,
So what did you say to her?
about what?
You and that...
What?
Did you realise I collected the cans that were here?
I knock one every week, don't I? I knock it once every week.
Chucky's watching you, alright? So, fuck you. Keep that shit in check.
I just can't take him seriously with his hair falling
You know what
out.
we're going to do? You know what we're going to do? We're going to stick a ciggy to his mouth.
Oh! I've got a busted
Or
lucky
in his hand.
strike.
Or in his hand.
For anyone that doesn't know, Dimmy
No.
brought a Good Guys doll in, Chucky.
Oh, yeah. It's a pretty
the
big
Child's
one.
Play 2 version where he's all fucked up from being in the factory and his hair's falling out.
Yeah,
I'm
Which is
going to
weird.
put a ciggy in his mouth. That's me sick.
Yeah, it's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
I've got a broken Lucky Strike ciggy. I'll put that in my mouth. With the deck in his
Yeah,
pocket.
yeah.
Oh!
Yeah. Ow!
Yeah, man.
Ow!
That's mad.
Good guy.
No, anyway.
Yeah.
No,
So
I'm
what
just
did you
saying.
say to her?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, you know. You can't really talk about the birth.
You sort of like, so do you want Macca's?
Happy Meal.
What's the nuggets?
There's a treat that you wanted. Okay, I'll get it to you now.
Pony? I'll get you a pony.
Yeah,
That's working extra shift.
Like a pony on top of the roof.
They ties it down.
How do you answer that question though? You know, I just said you weren't around
You
yet.
weren't born
baby.
yet.
I said
You
you weren't here yet.
Yeah.
Daddy hadn't thought about having you yet, and she still was like, I don't know.
Yeah, because they're going to think differently to...
It's
Whatever you
it's
answer,
really
whatever
cool,
you
man. Like
answer.
seeing her look out the window, just like she was really thinking about it. Like, where was I? It's weird,
Dude, our
I thought it was-
purpose...
brought a
Like Dave
tear-
Chappelle, you
brought
were
a tear
in
to my
my
eye.
balls,
You
man.
my balls, man.
Dave
This is
Chappelle.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, this is crazy, man.
Dude, you think about it, right?
Brought a tear to my eye, boys.
You want to talk about the meaning of life, right? If you've chosen to have kids, and I always said it, like a child is a 20-year-old sentence, is a 20-year sentence because your next 20 years you need to fucking nurture and develop this child's brain to be able to make sure it functions on an organic, normal level and doesn't turn into a fucking serial killer or a sociopath. Does that make sense? Like, you have to physically be around this motherfucker and monitor and shape his thoughts so they're not warped and he's not sitting there fucking building, hydrogen bombs in his fucking,
All that stuff, though, dude, it's not a chore to me. Like, I never wanted to have kids.
But that's what I'm saying.
Now they have, it's like, I feel like it was meant to be. Like,
you're a hands-on parent.
It's one thing I feel like I'm okay at.
You're a hands-on parent because you want to look
daughter.
at your child and be able to say, yeah, I'm proud of my fucking work. My child is not a sociopath or a fucking spud or eats paint. You know what I mean?
I love having a bond with her. Like, we have the most tightest bond. Like,
but that's what you want.
I don't understand how people don't want that.
There are fucking people. This is what gets me now, right? There are people I know that have had kids and literally just put them forward like a trophy. Yeah. Like, yeah, look, I had a kid. That's fantastic. What's your child's second name? And they've got no idea. They can't tell you what their child's favourite toy is in the fucking thing. Or they have no connection whatsoever to their children. But they put them forward like, this is what I did. That's great, buddy. Like, I don't give a fuck. Well done. You're proud? You don't look proud. What's there to be proud of? Your child's a spud.
I don't get that. Like, every time I have to give her back, like, a few days I gave her back, and, like, I hit depression spiral. Like, I miss her. Like,
no, of course you will, but that's normal. You should. If you didn't, I'd be worried.
It's a normal thing.
I'd be fucking worried if you didn't, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I missed this podcast. Last week, I missed this podcast. I listened to our...
It felt weird, because I came into work that day. I go, fuck, I'm going into work, because I've got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Literally, I came into work, and I just started doing stuff around here, and I'm like... Came up here and I had lunch. I actually sat here and had lunch.
just does a solo pod.
I did. I thought the microphone was like on the side here because I was eating lunch. I was like,
it's strange. Yeah, I started listening to some of our older episodes. I hadn't in a little while. But yeah, do you know what I mean? It's because we built this and this is organic and we enjoy doing this and we interact and it's a positive thing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But like I said, there are fucking... More often than not, I'm coming across retards that don't know how to manage their children, don't know how to interact with their children, have no interest in actually being responsible adults.
It's so sad.
Because they want to fucking cling to their youth for whatever fucking reason. You know what I mean? I don't understand it.
I don't understand it, man.
And it shits me to tears because at the same time, I'm getting judged because I don't have fucking kids. I'm not married. Like, does that make sense? So why don't you have kids yet? Because I don't. Because I'm struggling to feed myself. I don't have what it takes to focus on raising a child for the next 20 years to make sure he's not a little psychopath. Like,
and he's cared for, and he's got everything that he needs.
Do you know what I mean? You can't just willy-nilly this shit. It's a child. Having said that, I'm not someone who says children are precious and, like, you have to be around them and fucking, like, cotton wool them and, oh my God, like, my child is special and yours is fucking a retard. Like, I hate that shit.
My child's special, yours is a retard.
I'm serious. You know those fucking parents? They act like they're the only people in the world that have had kids. Like, dude, this has been going on for millions and millions of years. Like, you're not the first person to procreate.
You're not the last one.
Yeah. I'm serious. That is the one bit of arrogance I fucking hate. Anyone that says their child is fucking better than anyone else's and acts like their child is on, like, levels millennia away. It's like, dude, has your child split the atom? Like, I'm confused. Is he driving, like, a semi-trailer? No, does he know how to drive stick? Like, is that what it is? Has he figured out the double clutch on a fucking semi-engine now? Like, I'm confused. How is your child any better than the other paint sniffers at the fucking kindergarten? Paint sniffers and clag eaters. That's what I call them. I've said that to people.
Little Ralph Wiggums.
Dude, I've said it. I said it to someone. I said, your child is going to be a clag eater, isn't he? Like, I said it outright. Like, oh, that's terrible. Okay, I'm just telling you what I'm saying.
He must be, like, just biased. Like, because I always want to tell people about how special Indy is. Like, I'm so proud of her, dude. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't coddle her.
Nah. But
yeah, but you've never put her forward.
I'm so proud of her,
You've never
dude.
put her forward to, like, say, look what I did. What have you done?
No, that's what he's saying. That's
what I'm saying.
You don't use her as a trophy.
Dude,
She's
I know
not a
you're
trophy.
proud of it.
No, dude, I just love being with her one-on-one. It's just the best thing in the world.
It's your connection with her, but you recognise that there are people all over the world that are having kids every fucking second of the day.
Yeah, but they don't want to put the time in, or they just don't care. Like, it's fucked up.
What I'm saying is that, especially as your little girl is to you, and as amazing as, like, who she's becoming is, right? You're not putting it forward as in, like, this is what I did, you're shit. Or, where's your fucking kid?
No.
Because we're all different.
Yeah.
Like, dude, so I said, who did I say it to? So Isaac Newton died a virgin. Now, is Isaac Newton fucking relevant? Just a bit. You know what I mean?
He came up with calculus, right?
Who?
So Isaac Newton.
Did he?
Yeah.
I actually don't know. Hang on, let me suss this out.
And there was a meme thing. It said, a question, who in history came up with calculus or whatever it was, and it said, so Isaac Newton. And then the thing was, someone wrote in a comment, good, that's what you get for throwing a virgin, you fag. Like, that's not losing it. Like, why did we need calculus? Or some shit like that.
Hang on. Modern calculus was developed in 17th century Europe by Isaac Newton and Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, independently of each other, first publishing around the same time, but elements of it have appeared in ancient Greece.
Of course it did.
Yep. Then alphabetically in China and the Middle East, and later, still later again in medieval Europe and in India.
Yeah, someone wrote about Newton saying, "Good, you died a virgin and stuff because you introduced calculus." Like, kiss my ass.
Yeah, that's what you get. No, but I'm being serious though, man.
The Greeks, mate.
So Isaac Newton, dude, think about it, right? Sir Isaac Newton was a mathematician, an astronomer, a physicist, described in his own day as a natural philosopher, who's widely recognised as one of the most influential scientists of all time and a key figure in the scientific revolution. His book, Mathematical Principles in Natural Philosophy, first published in 1687, laid the foundations of classical mechanics, and also led to path-breaking contributions to optics, which he shares credit with another guy for developing infinitesimal calculus.
This was back in 1600s, man.
Yeah, man. The guy died a virgin at 84.
That's fucked.
Yeah. But, dude, known for Newtonian mechanics, universal gravitation, calculus, Newton's law of motion, optics, binomial series, Newton's method of fucking... Dude, there's so many fields.
84-year-old virgin.
84-year-old virgin, never had kids, but his life's work has laid the foundation...
A history.
...of modern-day physics, astronomy, mathematics, you know, all this shit.
That was his baby. That was
his fucking baby.
That's how he got off.
He did it better than anyone.
That's how he got off.
No, but I'm being dead serious.
He'd slap himself around, I guarantee you, but he wouldn't.
Yeah.
He didn't have any... Because he probably thought to himself, if I get into a sexual relationship or get into a relationship with whoever, he would... Who knows?
This was his focus.
If he got laid at 15, maybe there would be no Isaac Newton.
Exactly. If the girls didn't ignore him, maybe he could have fucking knocked up some bird dead at 37.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
With, like, syphilis.
Yeah.
I'll show you with calculus.
Dude, he was born prematurely.
Yeah.
He was born prematurely, and he bounced around a bit, disliked his stepfather, blah, 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 all this shit, man. And then, he just fell into, age of 12 to 17.
Maybe he couldn't get it up.
No, but he could have got laid when he was younger.
Maybe you could never get it up.
Dude, his old lady...
go back in time and find out,
when he
Johnny.
finished school...
Too much gravity on his cock.
Dude, when he finished school, his old lady tried to make a farmer out of him, and he hated farming. So...
Stop it with those numbers, boys.
No,
Get your hands dirty.
And this guy, a master at this school, persuaded his old lady to send him back to school so he could complete his education. So, and dude, listen to this shit. Motivated partly by a desire for revenge against the schoolyard bully, he became the top-ranked student, distinguishing himself mainly by building sundials and models of windmills. And then he went to college and, just started smashing everything as far as, literally...
Smashing everything apart from box by the sound of it.
Literally, yeah. But that's what I'm saying, dude. He never fucking had any kids, never had sex, but he's a fucking legend. He's still getting all the shit he
accolades
bought. Accolades. All this shit's still being applied 600-700 years later. Meanwhile, these fucking bloated idiots that have the shit out a couple kids and act like that's their life's work. It's like, really, dickhead? Like, really?
Yeah.
Because you failed to pull out of someone, like, all of a sudden, like, you're the fucking master plan?
Yeah.
What have you done that no one else has fucking done before? I mean, dude, if you had to look up the population of the Earth, when did it start? How many? They changed that, by the way. They found another set of footprints somewhere in Israel.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
They come up with footsteps and shit like this every fucking week.
Dude.
It's like, more fossils have been found next to the ones that they found last week. No, I'm serious, man. Is it just me? It feels like every fucking week they're just coming up with more shit.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing on dinosaurs and how they went extinct the other night. Special on ABC.
Was it? What? It was an asteroid, right?
Yeah.
The final wipeout of the dinosaurs.
Syphilis.
Yeah, there were...
Syphilis? T-Rex got syphilis.
There were, smaller impacts and stuff, but there was one big one that basically set off a chain of events that went global, you know, rather
So
than
what was
just
the global
localized.
chain of... No, I'm being honest, because I've never actually looked into it properly. I just remember, like, 5 years ago, they concluded that an asteroid wiped out the dinosaurs. I'm like, really? Like, after all this time, like, the big mystery of how they went. Where did they go? They were here, now they're not. And then they go, yeah, big rock hit the planet. Like, no shit.
Yeah, there's like sites that they have, and there's like they all like a whole bunch of different dinosaurs, and they all died at the same spot in the same position. You know, like
Frozen in time, like the
Frozen
guy
in
from
time.
Pompeii.
Yeah.
Jerking off.
yeah, yeah. Like, dude, the amount of force that happened to hit the Earth, it was like, you know, like 100 nukes going off. Like,
Okay.
you know, like it's just
How many nukes would it take to wipe out the population on the planet? Like, can we put a number on that? No, I'm being serious. If Hiroshima killed how many people, right? How many of those bombs would you need to hit the Earth simultaneously for life to be extinct?
yeah,
That's a lot of fucking shit going off at once. You
probably
think about
doable though. Like in all the main hotspots, sort of thing, you'd hit.
who would launch these things? There have to be some puppet master on top of like the rig, like you
Yeah.
know, pressing buttons and launching missiles.
Yeah.
That's a lot of missiles, though, man.
Yeah.
Like you think about how big, like you know, like Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Like, granted, that was, you know, in the 40s or whatever.
Have you heard the whole thing about underground nukes destroying the World Trade Centers?
Underground nukes.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard that they brought in all those canisters with the explosives like a week or something before. Like military agents are apparently in the building and at the foundations.
Dude, there's a lot of fucking evidence that points towards nukes that when they get detonated underground, it's like a whole different science, like the way it works.
It works like an earthquake, doesn't it?
I don't know, it's really technical. I'm not fucking smart enough, but it's just the whole physics
Unacceptable.
and dynamics. The whole physics
I
and
want
dynamics.
facts. I want the gigahertz.
Yeah,
I want the hertz, Johnny.
Coordinates, weight, combustible fucking weight.
But I mean, apparently that's what it was, man. Like,
The element.
it just, that's why they collapsed.
Why? Because of nukes.
Oh.
Yeah,
It just basically justifies, you know.
but you look at the fucking... We've talked about this before. Yeah, every podcaster on the planet has talked about this at some point. Look at the fucking video. It's a building. It's a man-made controlled demolition.
Which they were made to withstand what happened to them.
Dude, remember when they let that building fucking
They
burn?
let it burn, yeah.
With diesel fuel on it for like a week and it didn't even budge?
Yeah.
It's
This is
still
the
building.
World Trade Center.
Yeah.
Underground nukes, apparently.
And you know what the funny part is? We're still all just not talking about it, like, because it's just like, yeah, it was,
That's the thing, man, with all these conspiracies. Like, no matter how blatant it is, like, what's it going to change? Like, not everyone is going to react together.
what do you mean?
Like, say everybody thought it was, like, just a stage thing.
Yeah.
Like, is everyone actually going to band together and, like, demand, like... They just seem to get away with it all the time, right? No matter what they do.
Everyone gets away with everything.
Yeah.
Dude, we don't question anything. Why
Like
would we question anything?
I feel like everyone's just too divided to ever stand up to, like...
Dude, think about it right
man.
now. Okay?
Or the powers that
We've
be,
got
whatever they
this
are.
$122 million plebiscite apparently on the go-ahead, which no one fucking wants. Big waste of time and money, right? You think about this. What's the breaking news in the last 48 hours?
Sophie Monk.
No. I'm being dead set serious. Because
I've seen a lot of Kim Jong-il.
I can think of two headlines, right? I can think of... Because I was sick, right, lying on the couch, and I was soaking all this shit up, I can think of two headlines that have dominated the news. And one dominated the other one almost immediately, and only through more insanity has the first original headline popped back up. Alright? Kim Jong-un launching some fucking
Rockets
missile
to
near
Japan.
Japan, right?
Over Japan.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, and everyone freaking out. Oh my god, blah, 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 like losing their shit. Dude, almost instantly, the Royals announced that they're having another kid.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
And everyone's talking, and like you said, people are putting odds on the fucking name, right?
Albert's up there.
That was almost
Albert.
instantaneous.
Prince Albert.
Dude, that was almost instantaneously.
Prince Richard.
No, am I wrong? Dude, Kim Jong-un fires a fucking rocket over Japan. That's enough to start a war.
But Kate's having a baby.
Kate's having a fucking baby.
I watched a 30-minute special on the Kate. I didn't watch it, but it was on, and I was just
Don't
like...
fucking lie.
Don't lie.
You're
No.
watching it with your fucking
No.
painted nails and doing your book fold flower thing.
With Brie.
I was watching it in disbelief. I can't believe... There's people reporting, like, what do you think the name's going to be? Then flashing to another person. I don't know, but they've...
Who gives a fuck? Do you
I was
care?
like, what is happening right now?
There is a child bride in fucking Malawi right now, all right, getting abused by her uncle, and she's probably 8 months pregnant. No one gives a fuck what that kid's going to be called. No one cares where this girl's next meal's going to come.
And all the stupid speculation. It's like Kate comes from a family of 3 and Will from a family of 2, so she got her own way in the end. Like, that was one of the lines I remember, and I'm just like, what the fuck is it? Like,
how are you people spending time to draw comparisons and conclusions like this? And these are the fucking nose pickers and belly lint fucking eaters.
Is it a boy? Is it a girl? What is it? Do
Dude,
they
these
know?
are the retards that I'm talking about.
Prince Helen.
These are the retards I'm talking about. But that's what I'm saying. And the only reason I stopped hearing about it is because Kim Jong-un fired another fucking missile.
He keeps firing them.
Yeah.
You're firing.
at will.
Yeah, at
And
will.
there's a picture of him sitting there like smiling. Like,
And you know what they keep saying?
always clapping and smiling, isn't he?
They keep saying we need to impose more sanctions. It's like, dude, impose everything you want. He's still going to do what he wants.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He's waving his dick at you. He doesn't care.
Dude, he kills his own people. You think he worries
does what
if
he
they...
wants.
Oh, and Trump threatened China. We're going to cut off relief.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not. You can't.
No, you're not, you idiot. You're not.
Look, America's between a rock and a hard
America.
place at the moment.
Dude, what kind of a
fucking
leader is
hurricane.
he? Like, it's such a joke.
Dude, the hurricane in Texas that's wiped out everyone,
He went
man.
there the first time, he wouldn't go and had a look. And then the second time he went there, he went down and to hug people. And
then he tweeted about some book.
Oh, no, see the merchandise? That was his own
Yeah.
hat from Trump.
Yeah.
And he's selling it online for like something like $40. And like the money wasn't going anywhere near the Texas people.
Like, it was going to his fucking campaign.
Yeah.
Like,
His re-election campaign.
Yeah.
That money for his merchandise that you pay for goes through his re-election campaign. Your boy Trump.
No, but do you understand what I'm saying? Dude, people in Texas are dying, right? They get like their coverage for like their minute, but then Kate announces she's having another baby
That's
just
it.
as Kim Jong-un has fired a fucking rocket over Japan. The world should be freaking out right now. If I was in Guam, I'd be shitting myself.
I'd be like, well, I
and
think I'm
demanding,
gonna
like, some sort of resolution to it.
yeah,
Like,
Putin's fucking stepping in now. He's not making... They're trying to goad Putin into commenting on what's going on in American politics. He's like, it's not my place to comment on domestic policy in the States right now. We've got bigger problems to worry about. Like, we need to do something about North Korea. Like, everyone's saying we need to do something about North Korea. North Korea doesn't give a fuck. They do what they want. Turnbull getting all chummy with fucking Trump all of a sudden. Like, we're going to do something about this. No, you won't. No one's going to do anything until someone gets bombed.
because you haven't got the balls.
The balls. But like I said, all this got forgotten about because Kate announced she's having another fucking baby.
Don't care.
But that, no, I'm being
but
serious.
but that's it. Like,
what a world we live in.
Dominated the headlines, man.
if they would have just kept a little news snippet, and Prince William and Kate
Yeah.
having another baby, more at 10 News at 5 or whatever.
All of a sudden,
But all of a sudden, it's a fucking full
you
spread.
know what I love? Yeah, she announces having another baby. Within 48 hours, there's a BBC documentary on like the fucking the bloodline, the dynasty,
Yeah.
where they're buying their next summer house. Like I'm talking like a 3-part miniseries within 48 hours of this happening.
Will you make Nutri-Grain for
Dude,
breakfast?
what
The
about-
scandal.
Yeah. What about the child bride in Malawi?
Yeah.
What about the fucking Somali pirates?
What Somali pirates? What are you talking about?
What about the fucking Colombians, man? Like getting shot, or
No.
the people in the favelas in Brazil?
What are you talking about, man?
Oh, I watched a documentary. You know Ross Kemp?
Yeah,
Oh, did you watch it? It's. Did you watch on Gangs
he's always got one.
or
on that.
Extreme World?
No, this was the people smugglers and the people trying to escape Libya.
No, I haven't seen that
Fuck.
one.
Whoa.
Yeah?
I
He does
felt-
some cool shit, man. I watch a lot
Ross
of him.
Kemp does all those sort of shit.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Dude, he actually hopped into the cars with them, going across the 50-degree desert,
Yeah.
getting windburn, like traveling. I can't believe what these people go through, dude. Like,
Yeah.
like way worse than what I thought.
What you think?
And you know what? They travel like thousands and thousands of kilometres, make it to the last leg where they just have to cross the ocean on this unseaworthy dinghy, right?
Yeah.
To be picked up on the last line and then sent to a detention camp in Libya, back in Libya,
Yeah.
where they're left to die on the floor and all shit in the same hole.
Yeah.
And there's pregnant mothers dying on the floor.
Yeah. No one gives a fuck.
Dude,
Dude, no one cares.
I felt sad. I actually felt depressed after I watched it. I had no idea.
That's real life, dude. Have you seen what's going on in Myanmar? All the fucking there's a few not social groups, like a few pools of cultures in Myanmar currently being just killed. They're all pouring over the borders trying to like escape, like the government basically. You know what I mean?
I had a friend tell me about that actually.
Yeah, these genocides that are happening, like in Rambo. You know the last Rambo that came out. That was that last Rambo was seen politically as an eye-opener for a lot of people because it's pretty close to what's actually going on, like, in Burma.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Dude, government just coming along,
Just cleaning.
wiping
just
out
cleaning.
villages just because. You know what I mean? No one gives a fuck. But, they're all focused about what Chappelle Corby's doing right now. Have you seen that? She came back in the news. Watch Chappelle
Oh, no,
Corby's
because they
doing.
say she's on the dole.
Yeah, she's on the dole. Chappelle Corby.
But then someone said, why is this news? And
Dude,
she's not
Burma-
going to starve.
Burma's not that far from Bali, man. Like, it's not that far. But Chappelle Corby got all this fucking press, but these villages are getting wiped out in Myanmar like they're nothing. Like they're fucking rats, possums in your backyard. Yeah, whatever. Like, that's fine. Dude, it's fucked up. And it's that shit that gets me angry.
But then, the whole world's fucked, man.
Like, after watching that show, like, you just think about people saying, fucking turn these boat people away. The amount of fucking trials and tribulations they've been through, holding their little kids.
Yeah, who are you to fucking
The
tell
kids
someone?
getting ripped away from them. Like, I had Indy with me, man, and I was holding her. Like,
How do you
I felt
explain to
sad-
your
I
child?
felt really
How do you
sad. Like,
explain to your child what's going on in the Middle East, Syria, Libya? Like, how do you explain that to a child? How do you justify it any way to let her make sense of it? You know what I mean? She shouldn't be watching that shit at this age because it's just going to open up a world of depression. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, like you're in the gully.
she doesn't know evil.
You're in the gully trying to protect your child from, like, this horrific evil. Meanwhile, you go to fucking Libya and there are thousands of Indies walking around, all fucking having AK-47s pointed at them,
Yeah, man.
getting yelled at to get into a truck
Yeah, man.
or step into the ditch. You know what I mean?
Rape them in these detention
This is
camps.
what
and then
shits
leave
me,
them.
man. This is what fucking pisses me off. We know about it because we've watched these docos, you watch it. Like, the avenue to watch all this shit is out there. But people will actively switch that shit off, switch their brains off because they don't want to fucking deal with reality, and they'll turn The Bachelor on, or they put on The Block. Dude, the fucking Block was... Man, oh my God, man. I've been watching... It's always the same fucking ads every fucking day, right? It's Neighbours, it's The Block, it's The Bachelor, and it's the other one with Pierre White. What's it called?
Hell's Kitchen?
Hell's Kitchen or whatever.
Where's my salmon, Dimitri? Yes.
Yeah, it's always those
Where's my
four.
salmon? Where's my salmon? Where's my salmon?
It's always the same shit. And, like, this is what I said, yeah? Like, Survivor's the other one that they keep hammering. Survivor gets hammered more than anything, right? And they're like, the most confrontational, explosive matchup to Survivor history. Like, dude, every week you tell me that this is the most controversial fucking contestant. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Who gets the tribe turned against them? It's like, man, I do not give a fuck. These people are playing that they're marooned on an island. Meanwhile, go to fucking Libya.
There are people.
There are people struggling to survive. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want Survivor? Go watch a video on fucking Libya. Yeah, like,
Go to Libya.
Go to Libya, motherfucker.
And see if you survive. And you
Go
can
to
walk
Libya.
out of there going, Survivor.
Yeah. So, can you imagine
Literally.
Survivor, the Middle Eastern edition? Dude, it would last like 20 minutes just rounding up Westerners, blowing them away, and that'd be the end of it. Like, do you know what I mean? Neighbours, every fucking week.
What I messaged you
Neighbours.
the other day? There's a storm, a hurricane, or something going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Hurricane.
Neighbours, every week, the most explosive episode yet. Like, dude, every week is the most explosive episode
Since
yet.
88.
Since 88, since Shaz and fucking Daz licked each other out. It's literally every week.
Yeah.
There's some fucking drama.
That's gonna
Someone's
ring bell.
long lost dad. Someone's long lost brother.
The return of Harold.
Yeah, that's
The guy's been returning for the last 30 years.
Dude, on Friday, you know what's fucked? On Tuesday, I'm in the fetal position watching this shit, right? The ads, and they've got
It's sucking
fucking
your thumb. Oh.
what's
Make it stop.
what's the resident bad guy in Neighbours that bangs everyone?
Paul Robinson.
That's it,
You did that really quickly.
right.
That's when I was watching it, when Paul was
They've
alive.
got him in some
he
jail
dead now?
cell.
No, when he was at large. I don't know, he's probably still alive. Is he in jail now?
Who?
Paul?
No, he's alive.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's a resident scumbag / like Good Samaritan. I've got no idea. Dude, I don't
Hustler.
watch the show. Yeah,
Resident
he's always
hustler.
on their butt, right? He's with it old fucking lips.
They always let him back into the community, then he fucks him over again.
Yeah, dude.
Monetary-wise.
I swear to God, last Tuesday, in the peak of my, like, fever, I remember seeing some shit about him yelling at someone in prison saying, "You stay away from my daughter." Like, some shit like that, right? Like, he's never going to let this ex-con out. Some crap. I don't know. And then yesterday, I'm flicking around, and it's...
Cole's coming a coffee on the couch.
Yeah, it was like, the bombshell breaks. You know, and it's his daughter is dating the dude that he was telling to fuck off, and he's like, "Oh, my heart." You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like, what did you think they were going to do? They introduced some secondary character that is meant to clash heads with the main character.
They never see him again.
Yeah, and now they've reintroduced him as being directly involved with the
No.
main... Dude, it's the same shit.
They cut to the jail scene. You'll never be with my daughter. And then you see Paul Robinson next scene drinking a cup of tea. Well, that worked out well. Never seen the guy again.
Yeah. No, but do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. Why are we bombarded with this shit?
The block.
This fictional rubbish.
Loki's got cut from Melbourne.
Oh, yeah, they're finally moving it up north to
Thank
Queensland.
fuck! I don't have to deal with Crank Casino anymore, man.
What are they doing?
Because usually we have, like, functions and shit when the Logies are on. Last year, when the Logies were on, we had to do a function as well. Separate to the Logies. Man, that was a schmozzle.
Yeah, man. We
What
did
are they moving
forum
the
for that
Logies?
shit too.
To the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Fuck them. I don't care. And Carl Stefanovic's like, I'm going to boycott the Logies. Do whatever you want, man.
Oh. Carl Stefanovic running for Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Yeah, okay, man. He'll get votes. He'll get votes.
He will.
Just these fuckwits that watch Sunrise and all the morning shows are like, no, he's so clever and, pushes
Johnny
the
will
envelope.
you'll vote for him.
Nah.
Dude, like, seriously?
He's suave.
Television royalty is in touch with the common man. He puts on a suit, reads some fucking lines, watches some gerbil videos of like fucking things doing backflips in little pools, wearing little outfits.
You're so amazing.
Yeah. And then, and now he's going to run for Prime Minister because he's in touch with the real issues of this country.
Didn't they find him in a gutter?
Yeah, you're fucking he was off his head. Maybe he is in touch.
Maybe he is. They found him in a gutter smashed.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I've got about 10 minutes left on my
Yeah,
phone.
no, we'll call it a day.
I was going to say, everyone that's been listening, we had a miss last week because I was deathly sick.
AKA Tim bitched out.
With the syphilis.
You're fucked.
Tim bitched out.
I was just going to say, look, I really stress to the people that have been listening to us like for the last year plus, please share this podcast.
Do it.
Yeah. Any way you can, Twitter, Facey, Insta, like, whatever. Just share it. Honestly, please just share it because it really means the world to us. When I love getting messages about like, I'll get a random message saying something related to like something we're talking about.
I get the same, and it's like cool.
And I forget that these like people actually listen. I'm like, do it. You actually listen to what we had to say. That's like fucking cool.
Just do it.
Yeah, but honestly, like, we really appreciate all the support we've gotten, and the biggest compliment you can pay us is sharing this podcast.
Sharing dick pics.
You're fucked. Like, really, you're fucked.
Yeah, I know. I totally am. no secret there.
I've got it. Have you guys been handing out the carts?
Yes.
Yeah. I've been fucking leaving them like everywhere. I usually leave them in the Woolies basket, like standard. Every time I go to Woolies, I'll leave one in the basket.
I love Nando's, so Nando's has had an inundation of.
Just run up to the front door and just throw them at the guy.
You know where I put them?
Goes to drive-through, just lobs them at the kid with the headset. Gets him in the eyeball. Drives off.
Listen.
In the eye. Snatches the bag. Kid starts bleeding. Like.
You know where I put them? On the counter, they have like you fill out a little competition like to win a gym
you
membership.
put the stuff in there.
I put it on top, so it's like
They put them in there as well.
inside the.
Yeah,
thing.
so when it goes to collection, people that are opening it get a card as well.
That's not right on the road.
Are you just like dumping like a fistful of carts in every time? Like, just to get rid of them all? Yeah, Tim, I got rid of all of them. What the fuck? There's a Nando's just throwing him out the back door.
It's just the whole stack.
Oh, not this prick again.
This guy's
They're using it as kindling. What do you mean? They're using it as kindling when they fuck up the grill.
There's a guy just emptying it into a dumpster, just these fucking snowflakes of cards hitting the deck.
No, I leave them in like the shopping centre on shelves. Bottlos.
Bottlos. All those public toilets you frequent.
For a good time, listen.
Seriously? The dude comes out of the urinal. Is Johnny handing him a card? Like, he gets punched in the mouth. It's like, what the fuck? This guy's hanging out toilet.
Actually, someone was telling me a really funny glory hole story the other day. I'm struggling to remember what it was. Fuck, it was funny.
I don't
Like some guy went into like a renownedly known gay toilet block where you go in there to get, and he wasn't gay but he didn't know about it, so he went in there and then a dick just randomly came through the hole in the wall, like, pleasure me now, and he freaked out, like started punching it, like, get away from me.
I would zip up and run, man.
And,
I wouldn't touch it.
And then
I wouldn't punch it. What the fuck would you touch it?
the dick got out of there, and then that was, I can't remember all the ins and outs.
Pardon the pun.
Where were you? Where were you? I thought about
It definitely was him.
Yeah, it's definitely a Johnny story.
No, I can't remember. It was a friend. I can't remember all the details.
A friend?
Yeah, I think
A client?
An acquaintance that you catch up with your mouth.
A grinder swipe?
A grinder swipe.
Yeah,
Can you imagine that though? Sitting in a public toilet and a dick just comes through, coming at you like.
That's called a glory hole, man.
Whoa!
Coming at you.
That's a glory hole. Dude, they made a whole industry based on it, man.
But, like, to put your dick into a glory hole and you're not really sure of who's on the other side.
Yeah, but you don't care.
That's playing with danger, man.
At that point, sex is only... It's there for what it is. No. At that point, sex is... For you, sex is only one thing to you. But, dude, there's a difference between... like I remember my mum had made the big distinction back when I was in high school. I remember a conversation with my mum and my auntie. We're in Dramana, and there was some movie on SBS, right? And there were like love scenes in it, yeah. And my auntie said, "Oh, what do you want to watch? Fucking your pornos or some shit like that?" And my mum said, "There's a big difference between sex and porn." She goes, like in Greek. In Greek, the literal translation of the word love, like there's 3 or 4 different versions of it. There's agape.
Agapimo.
There's erota, and there's philia. Philia is like friendship love. Agape can be love like I love this person unconditionally.
Like from the heart, right?
Mother to son, brother to brother, whatever. And then there's erota, which is like, you have like a physical attraction. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's where you get erotica from, right? Erota just means...
Just pure erotic.
It means love, though, in the same word, right? And my mum made the distinction, and I remember this because it was a conversation in Greek, and only in Greek it made sense. You remember we were talking about Greek words being precise and meaning something totally different?
Yes.
She said, in Greek, I remember she said something like, "Έχει μεγάλη διαφορά." She goes, "Ο έρωτας είναι το πιο όμορφο πράγμα στο κόσμο." So, erota being the most beautiful thing in the world. It's got nothing to do with tsondes, like with porn. Like, does that make sense?
Just porn in Greek sounds dirty. Tsondes.
Tsonda, yeah.
Tsonda.
But do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the word erota, the word erota can connotate like to actual sex, but not in like some sort of fucking devious or like back alley way. It literally means like the ultimate form of like showing love to like whoever it is that you're in love with.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But and just everything gets twisted.
Yeah.
Like
Mr. Plow.
yeah, bad, man.
And the whole time Jimmy's on the couch trying to cover his boner with the pillow. Forcing it down.
Johnny's at the window. It's like, hey, what the fuck? I left my Game Boy in the bathroom. You're a dumb cunt.
When did you come here with your Game Boy?
Yeah, man. Literally.
How did we get into glory holes? Oh,
You're fucked.
All right.
I'm trying to wrap the podcast up and start talking about glory holes.
What made me say glory?
Your friend.
No, but
Your quote-unquote friend.
Yeah, no, but what even made me bring that up?
I don't know.
Your mind isn't far from
No.
that shit.
There was something relating to that, like sexual-wise, and then I had a glory hole story.
You've been harbouring that glory hole story for like a year.
No, I haven't.
Waiting for the opening. It's like, man, this guy...
Pardon the pun.
But I want to know,
this guy...
I want to know, what was the opening? What was the opening?
Me and this guy could literally be like... Well, the economy is back down. The Dow Jones is slightly dipped by the commerce of the marketing. So this thing about glory holes...
That's what I'm trying to say. What was the opening? I just randomly said, "Oh, by the way, glory hole story." There was something, but I can't think of what it was.
I don't know. When I do the edit, I'll find it, and I'll show you how you just came up
Something
with it.
filthy you said.
Came up with it out of thin air.
Something filthy you said, Dimitri.
Fuck off! I didn't say anything filthy.
You led me into it.
Anyway, okay,
you lured
alright.
me into it again.
I don't want to get a parking fee because
You lured me into the hole.
You wish.
I do wish.
Anyway, thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Please share, like, subscribe, follow, all that sort of shit. Comment if you have anything.
Dick pics. That's what it was.
I would really like some female opinion on everything we talked about, like the tech sort of shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, because honestly, it's
Safe to say the majority of women aren't as tech savvy as men.
Johnny's ignorant. It's not his fault.
No, that's
but-
true.
Yes.
That's true. You grew up in a family that was saying the same thing, and so did I, and so did Nick.
Okay, I'm just saying, I'm completely ignorant on it, so I would love to get some fucking feedback on it. So please, can we get some female listeners to clarify that sort of shit?
Why you were so incompetent with electronics? No, I'm just kidding.
You're a fucking idiot.
No,
I
I'm
didn't even
kidding.
say that.
I'm kidding.
You're a scumbag.
I'm kidding. I love you. I love you.
Call it, man.
Leverage out.